Alright, let's fill up the legal playlist. I got hit pieces with millions of views on them. But no one will ever look at this. This is about my civil trial. And they denied all my ADA accommodations, my request for reasonable, very, very reasonable ADA accommodations. And they don't want to follow the rules, but you need to follow the rules. You do your best to follow the rules. And in a place that's designed for the layman, to follow them. So I go ahead and I'm looking in this court. Like I have the phone calls too. They're not even acknowledging that you've received, like they've got anything. So this is the JA, the judicial assistant for Patrick Moore. And Patrick Moore was a prosecutor. I don't know if he got voted in. I don't know if he got appointed. I don't care. The guy, they're all pieces of crap. These are not real courts. So I put, I guess this is the beginning? It must be the beginning. This is April 11th. Dear Judge Patrick Moore, Miss Kim Rubio. No more dear. They aren't dear to me. They're scumbags. They're total scumbags. Hope this message finds you well. I don't care how your day's going. I don't care about you. You gotta be cordial. Act in honor. Act with respect. And you're treated like dog shit. They hate us. So my name is Tasha T. I'm writing to follow up on a motion I submitted to the court regarding case number whatever. This motion includes a request to reschedule a pretrial conference, a request for a jury trial, a correction of clerical error, and a request for a court reporter submitted on March 27th, 2024. However, I have not received any acknowledgments or response from the court as of now. They will totally ignore you. Once I've been blacklisted by this government that's supposed to be for the people, by the people. This place, it's gone. It's absolutely gone. So anyway, I attempted to follow up by calling the court approximately 2 days ago, but I had not received a response. So I left her messages. I left like 2 or 3 messages. I'm always respectful of these people, and all they do is disrespect you. All they do is ignore you. They absolutely hate us. So, anyway, I attempted to follow up by calling the courts approximately 2 days ago, but I had not received a response. As the issues addressed in the motion are time sensitive, I'm concerned about the delay. I understand the court is very busy, and delays can happen. However, I would appreciate it if you could kindly look at this matter and provide an update at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your attention. But I'm being as nice as possible here. The court is very busy. They're not very busy. They are not fucking busy. They're prosecuting me for being beat up by an MMA fighter, his girlfriend, and the mother. They're very busy trying to beat the living crap out of people and put them in jail. Innocent people. They're not very busy. They go play golf all day. They do whatever they want. They steal your house. They'll put you in jail. Their only goal is to put you in jail. They're donating to each other in campaign funds. They're starting freaking, or they have like shell corporations, or they're making the paper for what they do. And who's going to do anything about it? So, good afternoon. So she gets back to me. Good afternoon. Judge does not have any paperwork regarding this case. You may want to call the clerk's office to have them send it up to him. So I got to play middle management? I filed it online. I filed it through their stupid portal, their demonic portal. Judge does not have any paperwork. This is like my parents' divorce decree. Master recommends. It's stupid. Judge. How can you not have paperwork? Everything's electronic. It's 2024. And plus, I filed it in person. In person. It was stamped. It's my job to go lead these government drones around. What they're doing is they're just ignoring me. Kimberly Rubio. Oh, I go back. Hold on. Sorry. April 11th. I just spoke with Brian at the clerk's office. Brian, I've been dealing with him for years. The guy's a monster. He doesn't care about you. He hates people's guts. He doesn't have any customer service skills. These government employees, they don't care because they ain't going to get fired. If you complain about them, oh well, you're in that position for life. Brian's a piece of crap. And I know his voice. And this is the first time I called in years. So anyway, I just spoke with Brian at the clerk's office, who stated that all filings are electronic and that my claim and motion should be in the system and that your office should be able to view it electronically. I'm attaching the most recent petition as it's very important as far as scheduling the pretrial. I was scheduled 81 days from filing, and the rules is that I'm not to be scheduled I am to be scheduled within 50 days. The petition addresses some other key factors that are very high importance as well. And then I put the petition here. Put it right in there. Let's just open it for craps and giggles. Probably gonna work. Whatever. So on April 11th, after I sent her a PDF, this office doesn't accept email attachments. You can't even talk to these publicly elected officials. They just don't accept it. But it's right there. You're just not going to look at it. This office does not accept email attachments. But they're not an office. They're like a department. Because they're not They're not an executive branch. They're a judicial branch. It's not an office. It's a department as far as I know. Brian misinformed you. I've just taken care of that with the supervisor of that department. The clerk's office needs to send this to us, and once received, judge will review it. And if a hearing is required, will be set and mailed, and you will be mailed a notice of hearing. You may want to contact the clerk again to make sure they send to you. Imagine going to like a Jiffy Lube or Burger King, and you put in your order, you want your oil changed, it just doesn't, nothing happens. And then you talk to the oil change guy or the burger flipper. You got to go talk to the person up front. These people cannot do their jobs. It's not that they can't do their jobs. These people know exactly what's going on. I am not the first one to ever file a statement of claim. This is their job, and they can't do it. And you're going to make me run around? And I was on the phone all day talking to Brian, emailing Kim, messaging Kim, calling Kim, and it never gets back to you except for email. It's not my job. They're hardcore, just blowing you off because they hate us. So I get back, call the clerk's office again, and I cannot seem to get past Brian. He's a gatekeeper. He tells me someone should call me back. And that's exactly what I say. Someone should. Maybe your oil will get changed. Maybe you'll get a hamburger today. You'll definitely get screwed. Someone will spit your hamburger or leave the oil out of your car. I don't understand how there's such a disconnect. And keep on, I'm being very respectful the whole time. When I know these people are monsters, I know they're shitbags. I know what they do. I don't understand how there's such a disconnect. I filed this a month ago today, which means I should have the initial hearing in about 20 days from now, but that's not the case due to this. I would imagine that small claims are a common occurrence, and it wouldn't think it would be such an issue for the clerk to send you such cases properly in a timely manner without the petitioner having to reach out so many times after getting worried that there has been a failure in executing such matters. If you're telling me the clerk is supposed to do this, but is failing at it, I don't think my calls will get them to act appropriately. It's very concerning, as legal issues and attempts at resolution are a highly important nature and should be treated as such. It's like it was the first small claims court case ever to be filed. That these people can't even make a stupid small claims case asking for paperwork. It's April 11th again. I said, since you don't accept attachments, here's a copy of the text to my most recent petition, which should clarify my positions. So I got to go in, and they don't want email attachments, so I'm going to put it in text for them, and they ain't going to read it. I'm certain they did read it, or just maybe they just blew it off completely. They blew it out either way. It's blown off completely. So she gets back. The clerk just brought up your petition. This case is set for pretrial at 5:30, 10 a.m. We do not have any available hearing time before that date. Right now we're scheduling hearings late in June, but the civil trial procedures, Florida trial procedures, dictate that they need to be done within 50 days, not like 50 days or 51 days, within 50 days. So a day to 49 days, 30 days, not 81 days. So you don't care. We do not have any available hearing. Maybe you need more judges. Maybe you need better judges. Maybe you need more efficient judges. I don't care about your golf time. I don't care about this crap you're trying to pull on me. I want real judges. Once again, like when I worked at a dealership, I can't see your if your work truck's broken. I can't take care of that until 3 months down the road. Like, you have a work truck, I'm gonna manage my team, and we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done as quickly as possible and get these matters resolved and get you going. There's a problem, we'll handle it. They don't care. But I'm still being respectful. Thank you for that update. So Florida rules governing scheduling do not apply to me in my case. Please explain, as I'm not an attorney, that's why I'm in small claims court. I know exactly what I'm talking about. She knows exactly what she's doing to me. There's these semantics in these games. Because if you piss them off, they already hate you. You piss them off. I'm not telling them exactly what I feel because I know what they're doing. And they're still going to do this to me. And to do whatever, it's not just me this is happening to. I've also moved for an order of summary judgment based on Florida rules of small claims and civil trial procedure rules. This should negate the need for pretrial in the first place. Very concerned, as I've studied these rules and procedures to a great extent, and it's worrisome that if one rule could be ignored, it would stand to reason that other rules will be treated in the same manner. I'm very simply looking for a fair and equitable trial that would include fair and equal access to the courts. Moving forward, I may need to submit additional petitions and requests based on these scheduling issues. They're scheduling failures. They're not issues. They're failures. And they're intentional. Will I need to continue to contact you to make sure that they are received and reviewed now that you have an original paperwork that you needed? Thank you. Still remaining respectful. Well, she's pissing all over me, and that judge is pissing all over me, grabbing his 9-iron or going to his Masonic meeting to go put frickin' those, not toe tags, whatever, those ankle things on people, and they're doing their crazy shit with Jabulon. I'm pretty sure that's what they do. I don't care, but keep it out of my life. So then we go from April 11th to the 15th, or to May 15th. She never answered this. She never answered this. I'm asking for fair and equal access to the courts, and she just ignores it. Absolutely ignores it. For a month, over a month. So I put, I'm writing to follow up on the motion I submitted electronically to the courts regarding this case. This motion, which includes a request to reschedule the pretrial conference, a request for a jury trial, a correction of the clerical error, and a request for a court reporter, was submitted on March 27, 2024. However, I had not received any acknowledgement or response from the court as of now, or response from my last email. They hate us. The motion also requested the correction of the defendant's respondent's name, which is misspelled in the court documents. Despite this, the error has not been corrected. What if I was a total idiot? And I might be in some regards. This is small claims court. I'm not wrong about what I'm saying. I spend time. I don't talk about stuff unless I know it in and out. And they're just going to ignore you. So, given the urgency and importance of these matters, I request your assistance in ensuring that my motion is properly processed and then the necessary corrections are made, while the time frame to correct the hearing date to meet Florida law has well passed. This time matter also affects my schedule, and I will need you to provide a Zoom hearing as opposed to being there in person. How long can I remain respectful? These people are a-holes. They're doing this on purpose. I'm very clear. I'm very respectful. I speak with knowledge. They don't care. That was on the 15th. I get no response. May 28th. I submitted an emergency motion for reasonable accommodations under the Americans with Disability Act on 5/22/24 and I've received no response. My hearing is on 5/30/24. What's the status or request as my prior request I've received no response to as well? These people that poor disabled people that have nobody like me that don't lack the capacity that I have, they would just give up or they would simply die waiting for this stuff to happen. So May 28th. What is the status of this request? And then she completely ignores it. May 29th. All pre-trials are conducted in person. Judge will address your motion at the pre-trial tomorrow. I asked for ADA accommodations. She's flat out denying them there. All pre-trials are conducted in person. What about when COVID happened? Everyone was somewhat disabled or was apparently disabled. You did not have in-person hearings or pre-trials when the great sickness was going around. But all of a sudden, my disabilities don't matter, and she's going to blow them off? All pre-trials are conducted in person, even when you ask for ADA accommodations. Very reasonable that I can show up on Zoom. Flat out denied. And she didn't even acknowledge it. This is the way it is. You have to be in there in person. All pre-trials are conducted in person. No, that's not true. That was on the 29th. So I get back. How will that be done? I will not be able to attend in person due to the fact that my disability prevents me from being able to attend unless it's remotely. And you never hear anything back from her. I have tried, and I've tried to operate in honor, remain respectful, done everything by the books, and this is the way you're treated. This is your government. This is how they treat you. You're just cattle to them. They think that you aren't worth anything. Please tell me in the comments what I did wrong. I've spent a lot of time for years and years and years on something so simple. It's been dismissed with prejudice. Things are denied. They're protecting certain people. There's a big club, and I don't want to get too far in left field, but this was a simple issue. This is about the stupid Teeling Family Trust. You look at it. It's right in the name. Teeling. I'm a Teeling. Family. I'm a family member. Trust. There's a trust. Nope. We don't care about your disabilities. None of that stuff. They don't care about your rights. They don't care about due process. Nothing. It's disgusting. And they do this. They'll beat the brakes off you in hopes that you do something crazy or you get out of line. Nothing but respectful. Nothing but honorable, these people. I know what they're doing. I know how they act. It's blatantly obvious. But it's another civics lesson for you. Thank you for coming. Like, comment, rate, subscribe. I'll get 1 million views on butchered body-worn camera footage on other channels. People don't pay attention. But this is how your government works. It's not my government. They can keep it.